Are vegetables really trying to kill us? It's SaraBanta with Accelerated Health TV and Radio Show. And I wanted to come on because a controversial doctor who eats more than a kilo of red meat every day has warned that plants are trying to kill you in a bizarre interview. Well, is it really bizarre or not? Dr. Anthony Chaffee, who studied science in the US and medicine in Ireland before moving to Perth, hasn't eaten a vegetable in 5 years and preaches the carnivore diet. He is the host of the Plant-Free MD podcast, featured on 60 Minutes on Sunday, and as a part of the segment of the wellness industry and the gurus who promote unorthodox ideas. It's flying in the face of controversial wisdom. He says there are things in meat that you have to have and you can't get from plants. And there's nothing in plants or fungus that you have to have that you can't get from meat. So you have to eat the meat, and you certainly don't have to eat the plants. And he would argue that you don't want to eat plants for optimal health. When it was put to him that most other doctors would say his no vegetable diet is unhealthy and dangerous, he admits that most in the medical community strongly disagree with him. So where is the right balance, right? His extreme aversion to vegetables and salads started with some sort of lecture at the University of Washington. He even says, I don't eat salad, I don't eat vegetables, I don't let my kids eat vegetables. Plants are trying to kill you. So, are they trying to kill you? I have put together the Accelerated Food Guide. And do I tell people to only eat meat? No. What I do say is only eating meat and a carnivore diet might serve you temporarily as an elimination diet. But we also have to look at what kind of meats are you eating. Not all meats are equal. So the 4 health foods that could lead to gut pathogens aren't just all vegetables. Some of them are proteins, like the chicken and the poultry, that are full of these amyloid proteins that can get deposited in the brain for Alzheimer's, in the tissues, causing issues, in the gut, tripping up gut pathogens, which now more than ever with the spike protein has actually shown that it's increasing that spike protein issue in the body even more. So you have to be staying away from the poultry. But wild animal protein, amazing, nutrient dense. And yes, he is right that you're getting your nutrients from that wild animal protein and not from the vegetables, because the vegetables are depleted. The soils have been depleted. So we're not getting all of our vitamins and minerals like our ancestors did and our grandparents did. Things have changed, you guys. Things have changed. So you got to eat the right protein. You could be sensitive to sulfur and oxalates. So these are found in vegetables, but not just only vegetables. You've got them in your egg yolks, onions, garlic, broccoli. These are the sulfur foods. This is a compound found in many foods, medications, and even health supplements that have to be metabolized by our body's detoxification pathways. And what the problem is now with glyphosate and GMOs, our detox pathways are hindered and cannot help detox these sulfurs. So it is a health food, but our bodies are not equipped to actually help detox these sulfur foods. So they could be backing up your liver, causing your disease, causing Crohn's, ulcerated colitis, arthritis, and even mental issues. So you can go to my website, SaraBantaHealth.com. I get all into the sulfur foods. The oxalate foods. Oxalic acid is a naturally occurring molecule that's toxic and corrosive, and it is found in kale and spinach and almonds and almond milk and all of these healthy low carb foods, berries, turmeric, potatoes, beans and grains, sweet potatoes, figs, kiwis, all of these foods that could be causing urogenital issues, arthritis, It's also in the beans and the oats and the quinoa, a lot of vegan foods that people depend on for their protein and their nutrients. So that's another category of vegetables and foods that could be plant poisons, wreaking havoc, causing inflammation in the body. So this doctor might be onto something with some vegetables, not all. You also have the lectins. Lectins are proteins that bind to carbohydrates, and they also are the way plants defend themselves in nature. You've got to remember, these plants are sitting ducks, right? They don't want to be eaten by animals, so they have to have some sort of plant poison to keep the animals away. And those plant poisons might be wreaking havoc on your body. But if you've got a healed gut, can you eat them? Probably. So the whole point is, how do we heal our gut so that we can enjoy some of these vegetables? And are all vegetables the same? No. So as I was just mentioning, the lectins, nightshades are the tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, potatoes. For me, I can have eggplant and tomatoes and cucumbers, things with just a few lectins. Can I have the grains? No, my gut will say, no, thank you. Can I have a little cauliflower? Yes, but can I have the Brussels sprouts? No, I'll look like I'm 8 months pregnant. Everybody is different, and everyone's body is different. And how healed is your gut? So the whole point is to actually heal the gut so that you can start eating things. Another food that you might be, have to limit: high histamine foods, fermented foods, aged foods, alcohol, bone broth, dairy, grains, avocados. Avocados are the keto superfood, right? That might be a food that could cause a histamine reaction in your body. So this is a lot of back and forth, and it's more specific to each person's DNA and your state of health at the moment. Foods with mold: peanuts, grapes, peas, pea protein, grains, corn, non-organic coffee, mushrooms. I'm mentioning a lot of health foods that you guys are eating that you think are healthy. That mold can trigger autoimmune issues, allergies, and more. So during different times of the year, you might be able to have these foods, and other times, no, you can't. So that is something to be considered. You might be eating too much fat. Fat is good. Fat is in all of this animal protein he's talking about. But maybe having the ribeye is too much fat for you, and you need to stick to the leaner cuts. If your liver's backed up, your body can't metabolize fat. That's why we got to love our liver and do our liver flushes. Processed foods and fructose, no brainer. I would think all doctors will agree that we need to get rid of these foods. They dampen your receptor sites for sweet and salt, so you actually become more addicted to eating more, and it's this vicious cycle. I go way into that on my website, so definitely check that out if you are wanting to know why we need to be getting rid of all of these processed foods. So I wanted to go through that. What do we do to heal our gut? Accelerated keto is a great place to start because it kicks you into fat burning mode, and then you're intermittent fasting. And when you're intermittent fasting, it's the number one easiest way to heal your gut. So then you can start eating some of these foods and not have to just be on a carnivore diet. Eating romaine lettuce, cucumbers, celery, artichoke, asparagus. These are vegetables that most people can actually handle. You don't have to be on a strict carnivore diet. Now, if you are a complete mess, autoimmune, bloated, having a lot of healing to do, does a carnivore diet work for you for an elimination diet? Yes, it does. But stick to that wild animal protein, stick to the wild fish, and you'll feel a lot better. Using the accelerated ancient salt also helps plump up the volume of the fluid inside and outside of your cells to help clean the liver, support that apoptosis of the damaged and diseased cells in the body, supports intermittent fasting because you need to hydrate your cells for energy physically and mentally. And that accelerated keto gives you that nice energy, stable energy throughout the day because you are burning your own fat. for fuel, right? So that works for any kind of diet. You got to use the electrolytes as well. And you can also add in the leaky gut bundle that's going to help heal your gut much quicker. So I hope that's helpful. Hope it answers your question on my take on a pure carnivore diet and are vegetables really trying to kill you? Well, there's two sides to the story. What vegetables are we talking about? What meat are we talking about? And how much fat in your diet? Heal your body, heal your chronic disease, cleanse the liver, and you will be fine. Did you learn anything? Have you tried a carnivore diet? How is your gut? What are your symptoms? What vegetables don't feel right in your body? Let me know. Leave a comment below and join me every Monday and Tuesday for my live podcast at Accelerated Health TV and radio show. And let me know if I can answer any of your questions. You can join my free group coaching with the Telegram link below. We are a like-minded group that support you on your journey to reach optimal health.